Will Chelsea get their fourth consecutive win against the Magpies, or will Newcastle United secure their first win at Stamford Bridge since May 2012? Watch until the end of this preview to hear all of my thoughts on tomorrow's match. Hello people, welcome to my channel, welcome to another video. This is my preview for the match that will be taking place tomorrow afternoon at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League between Chelsea and Newcastle United, with kickoff at 2 PM UK time. So what I'm going to do for you guys in terms of this preview is that firstly, I'll run you through the Chelsea team news and only the Chelsea team news. I will then be giving you guys my lineup based on the team news that I will be giving you guys very shortly, and of course beginning this preview with, and lastly I'll be giving you guys my score prediction. So without further ado, let's get straight into this preview. Let's do it. So we shall begin this preview by taking a look at the Chelsea team news, and in this preview I have two pieces of information for you guys, and the first one concerns Reece James, and this story explains that Reece James is set to miss out after missing Chelsea's 3-1 victory over Norwich City on Thursday at Carrow Road due to a muscle problem. So yes, he's expected to miss out against Newcastle United tomorrow, and that was expected, to be honest. Muscle injuries do take a while to recover from, and Reece James has only recently just come back from a muscle injury, so I'm not surprised at all. But yes, that's the first piece of information for you guys, and it's not good news at all because we do have quite a few players absent as it is. But yes, that's the first story for you guys. The second and final story, which concerns Christian Pulisic and Cesar Azpilicueta, explains that Christian Pulisic and Cesar Azpilicueta might be available for tomorrow's match against Newcastle United. Christian Pulisic did miss the 3-1 victory over Norwich City on Thursday due to illness, and Cesar Azpilicueta did go off with stomach problems at half time, so he could be available. We'll just have to see. Both of them could be available, but we'll just have to see. I'll say it again. But yes, that is it for the team news. Some question marks over some of our players, coupled with some bad news in regards to Reece James, but that's what I have for you, and we shall now move into my lineup based on the team news that I've just given you. Let's do it. Now I'm going to run you all through my lineup based on the team news that I've just given you, and yes, I will begin by talking about my formation of choice. And for this lineup, I've chosen to go with a 3-4-3 because we used it against Norwich City and we did really well. Yes, the second half was very difficult and we were second best for large parts of that second half, but we ended up getting the winning goal in part of the game where Norwich City couldn't do anything to or anything towards mounting a comeback because of how late the winning goal was scored. But yes, we have been using this formation to great effect recently, and it's only right that we continue to use it. And I also think that some of the players that I've listed in my lineup have been playing really well recently, so it's only right that they get mentioned in the lineup that I'm going to give you very shortly. But yes, that's why I've chosen to go with this formation. In terms of the personnel that I've chosen, and yes, we're going to start off in goal. I've gone with Edouard Mendy. Yes, he's had some iffy moments recently, but he is our number one goalkeeper, and he is, unless something happens to him or has happened to him before the game, will be in the sticks. I think he will be in the sticks for tomorrow's game, so that's why I've gone with him. I hope that made sense, and I apologise if it didn't. But yes, I've gone with Edouard Mendy. Yes, I'll say it again. He's had a couple of iffy moments recently, but he has been pretty solid overall, and for me, he has to go in the sticks for tomorrow's game. In terms of my back three, I've gone with Trevor Chalobah in the right centre-back position. Yes, he did get caught out a couple of times and he did concede the penalty that saw Norwich get back into the game via a Timu Puki conversion from the spot, of course. But I thought he had a decent game against Norwich City, and he's only just come back. So it was expected, to be honest, for him to be um, a bit rusty, if I must. But yes, I've gone with Trevor Chalobah in this position, and I've also done so because of who I've gone with him just ahead of him, and I'll get into that in a second. But yes, I've gone with Trevor Chalobah in the right centre back position. In the centre of my back three, I've gone with Thiago Silva. Honestly, for his age, he's just so composed. I mean, against Norwich City, for me, he was our best defender. Solid. He didn't let anything through. He made some brilliant tackles. He made some great passes as well, and that is what you expect of Thiago Silva. But honestly, he's playing like he's 27, not 37, and that's just testament to well how how well he looks after his body. But yes, I've gone with Thiago Silva in the centre of my back three. And now to complete my back three, I've gone with Antonio Rudiger in the left centre back position. I wasn't entirely sure as to why he didn't play against Norwich City. Um, that is something that I'll have to look into um, after I'm finished here. But yes, I've gone with him. If he isn't able to play, then I'll stick Andres Christensen there or Malang Sarr if he's able to play. But yes, I've gone with Antonio Rudiger, but that one is a bit of a question mark. But that is my back three in terms of my midfield four. And yes, I'm including the two wing backs. And yes, we'll go from right to left as always. I've gone with Cesar Azpilicueta in the right wing back position. I actually thought he did pretty well against Norwich City, especially in the first half. Well, of course, the first half because he got substituted at half time, but he did really well. He was causing the left-sided players for Norwich City all sorts of problems. He was getting into great space, and he was linking up with Mason Mount, and Kai Havertz really well. And honestly, they were part of the reason why we um, raced into a two-goal lead in the early stages of the game. Sorry for the way my voice sounds. I don't know why it's like that. But yes, I've gone with Cesar Azpilicueta in the right wing-back position. In terms of my central midfield pairing, I've gone with N'Golo Kante and Mateo Kovacic. And the reason why I've done so is because Newcastle United will definitely come out and attack us, and they have been doing really well recently. Um, the way they played against Southampton um, tells me that we will have to be at our best to beat this Newcastle United team. And what I'll also add to that is that they've been picking up some brilliant results at places that are really difficult to go, and have been picking up results at home against opposition that are definitely not easy to play against. I mean, no opposition in the Premier League is easy to play against, but obviously some teams are better than others, and they have picked up some very good results against some strong opposition recently. So for that reason, I've gone with N'Golo Kante and Mateo Kovacic. We saw N'Golo Kante come on and help us get into a stable position in terms of transitioning and progressing the ball, because before N'Golo Kante came on against Norwich City, we did look a bit unstable. But when N'Golo Kante came on, he got the assist for the third goal, and we were able to drive through the middle with a bit more ease than we were when he wasn't on the pitch. So that's why I've gone with N'Golo Kante and Mateo Kovacic. And in addition to all of that, we know what both of them offer in terms of their energy and work rate, and we know what N'Golo Kante can do from a defensive point of view. So that's why I can't speak highly of these two, and I can't speak highly of these two. I really can't, because they're just really good for us. So that's why I've gone with them. Now, in terms of the left wing back position, I've gone with Kennedy. Now, Saul did have a decent game there. I thought he was better in the second half than he was in the first half. He did get caught out. Okay, no, let me stop myself there. He had a decent game. Yes, you can probably argue that his first half was better than the second half, or his second half, but he had a decent game in the end. But we honestly, I think Kennedy needs to start, because he can give us a lot of energy and he can attack really well. Defensively, he could be a bit of a question mark, but at this moment in time, I'm not even sure where Marcos Alonso is because against um, he didn't play against Norwich City, and I'm not even sure if he was on the bench. But yes, I've gone with Kennedy in this position, and if he does start there for some reason, then hopefully he does a job. But yes, that's my midfield four. Now for my front three, and to complete my lineup by giving you guys my front three, I've gone with Mason Mount in the right forward position. He, for me, was the man of the match against Norwich City. I thought he had a blinding game. He got a goal and an assist, and he was getting into all sorts of spaces. He could have scored more, let's be honest, he really could have, and he knows that. But he does deserve to play because his performance against Norwich City was really good. Up front, I've gone with Kai Havertz because, again, he was excellent. He was drifting, he was getting into space, he was causing them all sorts of problems by doing so. He was dragging their defence um, in all sorts of positions. There was one point in the game where he had the ball, he dropped deep, and he dragged Grant Hanley out of the Norwich City defence. Um, and he ended up winning a free kick. So that's exactly why I've gone with Kai Havertz, because he is able to do that. Similarly to Christian Pulisic, although Christian Pulisic cannot play up front. But yes, I've gone with Kai Havertz up front, and he has been in a rich vein of form recently. So why not give him the opportunity to expand on that and get some more goals and disturb more defences. But yes, I've gone with Kai Havertz up front for those reasons, and to complete my lineup, I've gone with Timo Werner in the left forward position. I'm not entirely sure if Christian Pulisic will be available due to illness. We'll have to see. Yes, Timo Werner didn't have the best game against Norwich City. I thought he was a bit quiet and he didn't get too many opportunities to score, but it's only right that he gets given the chance to rectify that and hopefully get himself on the score sheet. But anyways, guys, that's my lineup. Do feel free to drop your lineups in the comment section below, and as always, I'll be doing my very best to respond. And here's a graphic showing you guys the formation that I've chosen and the personnel that I've chosen for my lineup. Let's move on to my score prediction. Now, to end this preview, I'm going to give you guys my score prediction. I have chosen to go with a 3-1 Chelsea win because I do believe that we have what it takes to win. Yes, it will not be easy, and I've said this a few times in this preview already. Newcastle United are in a rich vein of form just now, and they have been going to difficult places in the league and picking up very good results. I mean, they went to Southampton, the St Mary's Stadium, and picked up a 2-1 victory. That is something that is not easy to do because Southampton have also been pretty good this season so far as well. So we have to take this game very seriously, and the Southampton game is just one of the few examples I can give you. But yes, hopefully we turn up, and with everything that is going on off the pitch in regards to Roman Abramovich and what the government have been doing recently, I expect the players to, hopefully anyways, put in a similar performance to the performance they put in against Norwich City, where I actually thought we were really good. But anyways, hopefully they do that. Hopefully they turn up and get the job done, because what's going on in regards to the club is getting to the point where it's actually starting to affect the fans and those who are just employed at the club and have absolutely nothing to do with what's going on in Ukraine. Obviously, I completely sympathise with the people of Ukraine. What's going on there is absolutely wrong. I do not agree with it whatsoever. But what the government is doing to those who are only employed at the club is just wrong. Yes, sadly, it is something that many will argue is just a natural knock-on effect of targeting an owner of a certain business, but it doesn't mean that it's right. But yes, I've gone over 3-1 Chelsea win. Please, guys, do drop your score predictions down below, and I'll do my very best to respond. I'm out of here.